Hi, I'm Ron Frankham. I'm the owner of Pure Air Water Food, LLC. I'd like to demonstrate something to you. I think will be worth a lot of your time to watch this for just a moment. What I'd like to do is to say that water is the most important element that you can ever consume and put into your body. And that being the case, water should be of the best and highest quality purity. I've always thought that water and believed that water was highly conductive of electricity. And I've discovered something quite interesting. I have a little meter here, a device which will show me whether or not water will conduct electricity. What I'm going to do is to put this in the glass with water in it and see if it'll conduct. Now what I'm going to do is take water from a source over here. You can see that I have water in a glass bottle. This water was what we call distilled water. It was distilled from this particular piece of equipment here. This is what we call a survival still that we manufacture. This product will save your life during an emergency. Now, let's take this water that this particular still purified. I'm going to go ahead and put water from that distiller into this glass. The idea here is to measure current, and the reason I want to measure the current is because there's another device that's called a total dissolved solids meter. This meter is designed for measuring contaminants in water. The concept is rather simple. There are two probes on the bottom here, and when there is contamination in the water, by putting the two probes in there, it can measure the amount of current between the two probes, thereby giving you a value very quickly how much contamination is in a particular sample of water. So what I'll do now is let's go ahead and put this piece of equipment into the glass. Interestingly enough, I see that this light has not illuminated. I'm going to take this glass and take some tap water samples from my own kitchen tap. Now, let's see if water will in fact conduct electricity. Oh, there it is. Clearly, this water is conducting electricity, whereby this water is not. So let's do a read from the total dissolved solids meter, TDS meter, and see what we get. I will push the button to start it up. It shows all zeros across the top, naturally, because there is no sample between the probes. Let's put it in the distilled water sample and see what we get. Still, all zeros. Now, let's put it in the tap water probe. In the tap, here we go, and we are getting now a reading of 137, 144, and therefore I have contamination in the tap water. What is the contamination? I don't know, but the point of this is you look at both of the samples of water, they look the same. I smell it, and there's no odor. Yet, there's something in this water that is not in this water. And there's the possibilities of harm to your body by taking contaminants in it through the use of drinking water and suffering possible adverse consequences. So that was what I wanted to do in this particular video, was to simply demonstrate how a dissolved solids meter will work. Hi, I'm demonstrating one of the very first water distillers created by Pure Water. Pure Water was established in 1968. That was 45 years ago. My father was affiliated with them from a very, very early time. In fact, this particular unit was given to me as a gift by my father 40 years ago. This distilled thousands of gallons of water. As you can see, as you get down here, that this is putting out a fairly good stream of water. It drips fast, and then there periodically it runs a stream out. This takes approximately 3.5 hours to fill and complete this cycle. Over here we have a new unit, a modern updated unit that is being created by Pure and Secure out of Lincoln, Nebraska. There are no hot surfaces anywhere. Very safe. So it's major improvement on this particular unit over the original. Inside, we open the door, and we have a boiling pot. We do not touch that, of course. But in here, we have a glass container catching the distillings. This particular unit will run approximately 3 hours, and it will distill 3 liters per cycle. Think of a liter as a large quart. Over here I have another unit of the same model, and I'd like to go into a little more detail on how this works. This particular piece of equipment is the boiling pot. It is a solid stainless steel piece of equipment. It has the electrical connector. Also on the other side of this is the heating element. This port connects to a tube inside the unit, and it protects it environmentally so that no other gases get in and mix with the water vapor. The lid comes off rather easily, and it seals the boiling pot. Inside there is a heating element which will bring the water to a boil. On the other side of the boiling tank is a marker indicating the proper fill level of the pot. You bring your water up to the bottom of this indicator. Once you put the water into that boiling pot, setting it on a level surface, you take the lid and install it on the top of the pot. It has a nice fit for it, and you take the knob and you tighten it up until it's nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it. It doesn't have to be heavily tightened, just snug. Once you get the water in there, then you just simply take it back into the unit and you set it down and push it forward straight way into the connectors, and you'll know that you got it all the way in because we have an indicator where they have to match up with, so that you know that you've got this fully installed. There you close the door. Then you come over to this side and you engage the power by flipping the switch to the on position. With this unit we have one additional thing. We have a stainless steel tray, and what this particular thing is a activated carbon filter. And these last for several months because they are not removing any pollution whatsoever. The whole idea of the activated carbon filter is purely the concept of polishing the taste. Now this fits up underneath here on a little rack that will hold it and allow the water to drip through the filter into your collection bottle. I enjoy saving all my water in glass bottles, or I like to hold it in stainless steel. You've never tasted better water in your life. This is the best. I recommend it, and I feel that you will all enjoy drinking pure, distilled, fresh water that's been properly stored in glass or stainless steel.